Hi, everyone. Second day here at the Pennsylvania Farm Show, and it is just an absolute wonderful experience here. I've met a lot of great people and a lot of great constituents. I'm with one of them today. Her name is Jillian Ranko. Some of you in Butler may know her. She's a senior at Butler High School, and she is also the reigning 2019 Pennsylvania Alpaca Princess. This is a great honor for me to interview her, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself, how she got involved with alpacas, what got her interested in alpacas, which is a very interesting story that I will let her tell you. And I'd like to turn it over to Jillian. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. And why don't you tell the folks how you got involved with alpacas?
So I actually was first introduced to alpacas at the Big Butler Fair when I was 11 years old. It was kind of a fate story, I guess. It was raining, so we ducked under the nearest building, which happened to be this tent full of alpacas. And the lady told me how she was starting a 4-H club, and I had no idea what 4-H was at the time, but I thought, well, this sounds cool. I like these animals. And here I am today, still a proud 4-H'er and an alpaca princess.
How old were you when you got involved, when you got caught in the rain that day at the Butler Farm Show? How old were you when you started this?
I was 11. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So you've been with them this whole time. You're a senior at Butler High School now. And what would you like to continue on with after high school?
So I've actually been accepted to my dream school, Penn State, Maine, and I'll be majoring in agricultural extension and education. So hopefully either being a 4-H educator or an ag teacher in a high school.
That's great. We need more of you. We really do, and that's wonderful of you. Just a few things about an alpaca. It's not a sheep, it's not a llama, it's an alpaca. And it's not wool, is that correct? Wool is from the sheep. So and you have how many alpacas yourself?
I have 8 right now.
Do you keep them in your neighborhood, at home? Do they sleep with you, or where are they?
So since I live in a neighborhood, I board them at my 4-H leader's alpaca farm.
Okay, wonderful. And you have 8 of them, you said? And how old are they? Like, what is their age range, and when do they start producing it's the fleece, is that correct? So how old are they when they start producing, when you can start shearing them, all of that stuff?
So they're actually born with fleece on them. So we actually take we call them their baby tips, and we shear them a bit after they're born because things tend to stick to those baby tips. So then they grow in their nice coat. So yeah, they produce fleece straight out of the womb, and they can start producing babies when they're about 3 years old. The lifespan of an alpaca is about 20 years old in captivity. So
that's great. So the 8 that you have, when you go out to take care of them, do you shear them every day? Is it like twice a year when you shear them? When is it?
So we shear them once a year, which is usually in early May, right before all that hot summer weather comes in. And we usually get 5 to 6 inches of fleece off of them, which is really great. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. And what do you do with the fleece? Do you sell it to somebody? Do they dye the color, or do you shear it and sell it as is, or do you have to do like more of a processing of it?
Right. So alpaca farmers have a lot of different options after their fleece comes off of their alpacas. Some of it we keep and we process ourselves to turn into different products. Some people spin their own yarn using a wheel or a drop spindle. You can also take it, there are a few different local mills in Pennsylvania and outside that alpaca farmers can take their fleece to be processed into yarn or into rovings. And rovings can be then turned into yarn or other things.
How much fleece do you get from one alpaca? Like one of your 8, how much do you get from it, and how much do you sell it for? I mean, do you sell it by the pound, by the ounce? How does it go?
Right. So you can get 6 to 8 pounds of fleece off an alpaca, which doesn't sound like a lot, but because their fleece is so fine and lightweight, that's actually a lot of fleece. So you can get over a giant garbage bag full off of one alpaca. And good fleece can sell for probably up to like $40 a pound. Now you can sell it by the pound or by the ounce, because some people only want to buy a little bit for themselves.
That's great. Now, as the reigning 2019 Pennsylvania Alpaca Princess, what do you do? Do you go around the state and educate people on what alpacas are, what they do? Is that kind of, do you go into schools, into classrooms, anywhere in Butler that you've gone to kind of educate the kids on what alpacas do and how they keep you warm in the middle of winter?
Yeah, so I've been from everywhere between Butler and Bucks County, which is almost Philadelphia. My job is mostly about education and advocacy because obviously everyone knows what a cow is, everyone knows what a goat is, but not that many people know what an alpaca is. So my job is kind of awesome like that I get to talk to people and help them learn something they didn't know before. And in Butler, I actually haven't been to any schools yet, but I have been to a couple different nursing homes. I've been to Sunnyview. I've been in a lot of different parades around the county. I got to be in 3 different Christmas parades, which was really fun. And in the Butler Christmas Parade, I got to walk my alpacas with my 4-H club, so that was really special. So yeah, I've done a wide range of events, and they've been a lot of fun.
That's great. Now, the alpacas that we see behind us, are any of them yours, or you're still back in Butler?
Yeah, mine actually went home yesterday because there's no designated alpaca area. We kind of borrow some of the horse stalls that are empty. So we showed Tuesday, we just showed yesterday, and they come in late Monday night, and they had to be out by like 6 a.m. this morning. So it's a pretty quick turnaround, but a couple more will be back for Supreme Showmanship on Saturday, which I'll actually be competing in since I got Grand Champion Alpaca Showman.
That's wonderful. You just got that this year?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Well, good luck with everything, and thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. I really do. And I hope you folks in Butler learn more about alpacas, and I'm sure Jillian would enjoy teaching all of you about alpacas. Thank you so much for joining me today.